Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lauren if you're new here, and if you've been here before, you're the best. Thank you for coming back. Now, today we're reviewing a palette that I lusted over. I saw so many reviews of this palette, and every time I went to check it out on the website, it was gone. It was sold out. And the palette we're talking about today is the Serenity palette from Cosmic Brushes. Now, if you haven't heard of this brand before, that's okay. It's actually a UK brand. So this little puppy took quite a while to get to me. Now, I missed multiple restocks. It kept selling out online. I kept setting an alarm for the restock. Kept missing it. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I finally got it on one of the restocks. And then I had to wait about a month for it to ship to me. So it was definitely a process, but I'm excited that I have it in my hands. I'm excited to play around with it with you on camera to see what it's about. And let's take a look. Let's take a look. What are you getting? You are getting some incredibly beautiful pigmented shades. At least that's what it looked like in all the reviews I saw. They look super pigmented, which is my thing. I like a good pigmented shadow. So I think we should definitely do some swatches, see how they perform swatch-wise. I know you can't always trust swatches, but we'll do some swatches and then we'll do a look. I think that's good. Before we get into any of that, let me tell you a little bit more about this palette. If you are interested, I'll have it linked below. None of my links are sponsored or anything like that. It's just there if you're curious about the product we're talking about. I also link everything that's on my face. Again, none of it is affiliated. That's the word I'm looking for, not sponsored. None of it is affiliated. It's just there if you want to check it out. So a little background about this palette. It costs 20 pounds and I live in the US, so I'm like, what's the conversion for that? Well, it also costs, I think it was about 13 pounds to ship. So total, it was 34 pounds to get to me. And when I converted that, it was about $40. So honestly, still not that bad. I mean, you're gonna get more of a deal if you live in the UK and you don't have to do that overseas shipping, but 20 pounds for a palette, which again, in USD is a little more than 20, but still, anything under 50 these days I feel like is a deal. I just feel like palettes keep getting more and more expensive, and I'm just not sure why. Like, why are they so expensive? But this little guy is actually not that bad. So I was super stoked on the price. I actually just went on the website to see if it was available or if they have another pre-order open, and it's on the website now. So it seems they probably really stocked up so that they could get more out more quickly, because I ended up having to pre-order it, waiting a month, took a little while. It's fine. It's fine. Let's jump into some swatches. We're gonna do some swatches together, and then we're just gonna do a look and see how they perform. Okay, so here we go with swatches. I'm going to try to figure out how to fit this entire palette on my arm. I think it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but we're gonna do it. So going in with Opal. Next is Pixie. Then we have Sorbet. And Earth. Oh wow, it's a really nice brown. I don't know why I'm always so impressed when I find a good brown. Then we have Oasis. Odyssey. River. Oof, that is a pretty teal. Forest. Spring. And Serenity. So those are the first two rows of the palette. And then I am going to swatch the bottom two rows on this side of my arm. Maybe. We're trying something new today. So we have Awake, Twilight, Moss, Lagoon. Wow, that was pretty. Mood. Wow, that was just one swipe. Don't even need another swipe with that one. Wanderer. Ether. Make a Wish. Just a very light purple. Echo. And Mystical. So that is the whole palette. Got it all on one arm. Pretty excited. The colors are super vibrant. I am really excited to get into this look. So yeah, let's figure out what we're gonna do. Okay, so I've already gone and prepped the first eye we're working on. I am using the Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Base today. I really like it. And I can't not go into Sorbet. So I think we're gonna start with Sorbet and see how that looks being applied all over the upper lid. If you've been here before, you know that I am a big ol' sucker for a green, and I do like a good lime green. And just swatching these, I was really impressed. I thought the swatches looked really vibrant, really beautiful. And again, I always say, like, you can't trust swatches. Sometimes things swatch beautifully, and then you go to put them on your eye, and it's like, oh, I don't know what happened. They're not the same. So, but this one is going on really well. It's adhering to the primer perfectly, and I'm not seeing any patchiness, and so far no fallout. Not gonna complain about that, that's for sure. Okay, next what I wanna do is I'm gonna go into this teal color River because teal is kind of my jam. And I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to just gonna place that in the outer corner just a little bit. We're gonna see how the two colors interact with each other. There are definitely times where, you know, you get a darker color and you put it on a lighter color and it turns into mud. Doesn't look like that's happening, which is really good. Okay, bring it more into the middle. And I'm gonna get just a clean little buffer brush. I'm gonna buff it out a little bit. One thing I feel like I could always work on is blending. Blending is so important, especially when you're doing bright, colorful looks. So I could always blend more, but sometimes I get lazy and I'm like, I don't want to blend anymore. Okay, that's really pretty. It's definitely turning the outer edges a little bit green, which I kind of love. So I think actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Lagoon, which is that green color, and I'm gonna add that just to the ends. Since it was already going in that direction anyways. And again, I'm gonna take the buffer brush that I used before and just lightly kind of buff it more into the middle so that it blends a little bit more. Little bit of fallout, but it's not bad. And honestly, I am impressed with how pigmented these colors are. Very, very pretty. Okay. So we have used 3 beautiful colors so far. What are we gonna use next? Oh, you know I want to use a purple, but I don't know if I'm feeling purple for this look. You know, we have yet to use a shimmer. We definitely will, but I think what I want to do is I'm gonna go into this brown tone Earth, and I am going to put that kind of in the rest of my lid. These are just like fantastic mattes. I am super impressed. I'm trying to be careful. I was actually really impressed when I was swatching the brown. I know it's like brown, not that impressive, right? But I don't know, when you get a good neutral, it's exciting. Okay, so we got brown, but we definitely need to use one of the shimmers, right? So I think what I want to do, I mean, the gold is calling my name. You can't go wrong with a gold, but you know what? We're gonna go into Serenity. So we're gonna go into this blue shimmer right here, and I am going to put it all over my finger. Very pretty. And I am going to just tap that in the middle of my eye. Just put a little bit of shimmer there. Oh, that's layering really nice. Okay. Oh, I really like that. Okay. And I think one more thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and go into Echo and put that underneath my waterline and see what that looks like. And actually, I'm going to go back into that sorbet color, the lime green, and I'm going to put that just around the outer corner or the inner corners. Because I kind of love that color. And I feel like it creates a little more continuity, linking it to the upper lid. Okay, I am really liking this look. And I'm also really liking how the colors perform. Well, we'll wait and go over it at the end. But you know what? I actually do have to run a bunch of errands today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the exact same look on the other eye, put on some mascara and eyeliner, and then come back just so we can talk about it. This was a little bit of a quicker video, but just wanted to put my hands in it and play with it. So I'll be right back. Okay, final look, what do we think? I am extremely impressed by this palette. I've seen reviews, I've seen how pigmented it looked in a lot of reviews, but the fact that it was this pigmented, I just is, ugh, it's right up my alley. This is the kind of palette that really makes me salivate because it's just pigmented. The colors applied beautifully. There was minimal fallout. There's a little bit, but it really wasn't that bad. And the colors are true to what we see in the pan. So every once in a while you'll get a palette where, you know, the colors are a little bit different than what you're seeing, and that's always a little disappointing to me. But no, these were totally true to color, absolutely gorgeous. I'm a fan. I really like what we came up with. It's fun, it's bright, it's colorful, it's me, I love it. So 10 out of 10, can I give it a 10 out of 10? I mean, including the price that it's actually an affordable palette, I would say this is a great palette to pick up if you like colors, if you like something bright and fun, and if you're looking for something that's a little more on the colorful side. I was initially gonna say that I wish there was more shimmers, but I'm not gonna say that because honestly the mattes performed so well that I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. You know, I didn't feel like I needed extra shimmers to really help create a look. The shimmers in here are gorgeous. They worked really well. Well, granted, I only used one, but if that's any indication to how the other shimmers work, then I am very excited. And again, it's just those mattes, like they work so well. So I'm impressed, I'm a fan, I'm excited to get some more play out of this palette. And yeah, this is a little bit of a shorter video, but I was just so excited to have this in my hands. I had to film a video on it and just talk about it. Have you heard of Cosmic Brushes? Have you picked up this palette? I would love to hear from you. Please let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!